too hot to play chess. Go to the Black Forest. Hiking in the Black Forest. We listen to classic rock. You apply to join the club. Alright, we're taking a look. I didn't get a notification about that. There it is. It's not global. Alright, we've got Orang King. This is not good. Yep, I'm bruh. Not really enough games. Alright, not enough games there. But the other guy is in. I don't know which one is you, but I do require people to have approximately, at least close to a sort of significant amount of games. 29 games doesn't float. There are witches. Black Forest Ham. So, Ponderina, Blitz, join our team. Hello, I would like to join the team. We're learning German. Alright, Mr. Coffee. I can't do a German accent. Let's see. Mr. Coffee is not here. I am here, however. So, last call. Here's our tournament. I'm going to copy the link. No, we don't need to do that. Join our tournament. I'm sorry if I can't allow you to enter. You need to have at least like 50 or plus games. 50 or plus. Jern Vlad, Cheesy Noob. I don't want to play Cheesy Noob. Orange King, Adriel. 5 players so far. Let me send one last message to the team. Pawn and Horse's team. Kick someone out of the team. How's our volume? Good? Guys, we're up to $400 for the World Senior Championship in October in Serbia. Okay. Message all members. Join us. Arena. Starting. So. Alright, back to tournament. We've got just 5 players thus far. But it's early. Hey, Saji, my blog post got featured on the homepage. You know how much I hate blogs, but just for you, I'll check it out. I hate blogs in general. There are some rarely good blogs. The only good blog is Dead Blog. Why is there no one under 2,000? It's a systemic problem with my approach to streaming. Gobble Romops, because I approach the stream in a way that kind of gravitates toward mid-level, intermediate. I don't really appeal to beginners. I'm a bit advanced for that. So you're in the minority. Saji appeals to advanced players. Yaroon's underrated. Yaroon is sandbagging at 1764. He'll keep you company in the under 1800 section. By the way, my first tournament, New Jersey Open, 1986 or 85. I can't remember which year it was now. 85? We had 2 sections. There was like the Open and under 1800. You see, you wouldn't even qualify for the under 1800 if we had one. Yaroon would just be playing in his own section. Try to cause some major upsets. Stay focused, okay? You always seem to get off to a good start and kind of lose your concentration. Try to stay focused. Man, blunders happen when you lose your focus. I made a poker blunder yesterday. It was more like, yeah, question mark. All right. Blunders happen to everybody, but just try to stay focused. I know it's hot. Guys, Tournament starting in 2 minutes. You can join anytime. It's a 2.5-hour arena. 5+3 casual. 2.5 hours. Who the hell is Rick Kennedy? I think I've heard of every other Kennedy except for Rick Kennedy. All right, Cheesy Noob, Orange King, Adriel, Jern Vlad, Gobble Roll Mops, Thou is Better, Jeroen. Jeroen was our first ever mod for the channel, and he's a mod. He's like a mod on pension. He's our pensioner mod. Too old to work that hard anymore. Francois Stein. Francois Stein is new here. That's number 11. So we do have some player. Well, we have one player under 1800. Two players under 1800. I tend to appeal to the stronger players rather than the weak ones. Miles plays chess is back. Miles. Oh no. Miles plays chess is back. 5+3. I want to get more used to slower time. This less slower time controls. This is like the fastest time control. Well, I will play 5-0, but not on the stream. I like 5-0 in casual games off stream, but it's no time to talk about the games then. For streaming, I don't like 5-0. 5-3 is the minimum. I don't even like playing 3+2. I mean, I also don't mind 3+2, but when I'm streaming, I want extra time, so I don't want to do that. Oops! Good luck, guys. We'll be right with you. Be right back. I just don't want to play Cheesy Noob in the first round. Oh no, it would be Miles. I just don't want to play anyone good in the first round. I'm not warmed up yet. You guys can like beat each other, okay? I'll just play someone random. Nice. All right. Now we're joining back. It's a trick. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to play Cheesy Noob. I avoided Cheesy Noob. Oh, Miles also stayed away. Or Miles joined but didn't enable a challenge. So it ends up being Cheesy Noob versus Orange King on board 1. Sorry guys, I just have not warmed up. I was playing poker all last night. Oh, Orange King needs to slow down. He just hung his like G2 pawn. Not good. Not good. Yeah, Orange King, you need to slow down. It is a long time control for Blitz. Miles the Miasmic, Cheesy Noob, Orange King, Adriel, Jern Vlad, Stefano, Gabriel Mops, Haruku. That was better. Jeroen and Francois is new here. Okay, guys, don't forget to donate. Big money, no whammies. Let's watch what's happening. Cheesy Noob, the master. Cheesy Noob now playing the EF Caro Khan. Facing a scary knight f3. Check. King c2. Now what? Rook h1. He found that. Knight e5. Awkward check. Okay, fine. Black is still clear pawn up. Why would he go to e8 rather than e7? Is that anticipating that move? That's pretty advanced. But it wouldn't have made a difference. It really actually wouldn't have made a difference. Cheesy Noob seems very strong. Guys, just remember, it's not sudden death. You have extra time. Wow. Can Cheesy Noob? Nope. Cheesy Noob goes for counterplay instead. It's also reasonable. I like the other path better. I think he should have played his king to g6 and stopped that. Objectively, I think black's still winning. The orange king is still down a pawn. The problem is the h3 is too slow. Black is winning. Clear pawn up, better structure. King f7. Why king f7, not king f6? It looks like orange king could save this. Orange king, no relation to Donald Trump. No orange kings. Protest. Local legend. Yeah, you're the one who said that. Okay. So, Okay. These guys are playing better. The second half of this endgame was decent. But I don't like c5. Is that a good move? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I take it back. I like c5. Cheesedoob's winning. Brutal. He's brutal. He's just brutal. Extremely strong. He's also crushed me like loads of times now. So what else do we have? Top games. Zhurn Vlad, Gobbletromops, Roku. It looks like Miles is not in. So Miles must not have joined us yet. I am going to open the window. Okay, it's very hot. But now, after 7, the temperature starts to get a little less brutal here. Welcome everybody to the stream. I skipped the first battle. I wasn't really warmed up. Yep, Umbro. Sorry, no enough games. No, playing to the bitter end. Probably not a good idea in arena. Bitter enders. I think it's a bad idea in arenas. Cheesy Noob got the win. Miles is probably paused. Yeah, he is paused. Okay, you can see he's paused. Stefano's paused. Adriel, you're invited. Everyone else is playing. More players, please. Can we get more players? Is anyone here a subscriber? All right, let me get this straight. Like, no one is a subscriber. Are you guys serious? Gobbletromops, not a subscriber. Gobbletromops, not a subscriber. Gobbletromops, not a subscriber. G Souts, not a subscriber. Local Legend, not a subscriber. Miles Please Chess, not a subscriber. So I have no subscribers. Well, that's reassuring. Thanks all of you for not being subscribers to my stream. I was humbled. Yesterday I went to Poker Club. What stays at Poker Club stays at Poker Club. And there's one other IM there at Poker Club who's higher rated than me. And not naming names, but he was very nice. He said he's watched my stream once. It's kind of cool that another title player would care enough. Okay, so no, I'm going to kill you. You will die now. You will die now. Cheesy Noob, not today. Cheesy Noob dies now. You will die now. You're an animal. You will die now. Oh no. Oh no, look at that. Oh no. Hippo. Hippo. Very sound 94. My hippo. It's like playing Attila Torzo. Torzo Attila. Played a lot like this against me. Are you sure you're not Torso Attila? Secretly playing under a different account. Yeah. It's almost identical to a game I had with Torso. So Cheesy Noob is like, I am strength. Apparently. We like what? 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 Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. But you know what's scary is how fast this guy plays. He's now up to 2243. You know, interestingly, he was never this high rated. I mean, he was never that high. He must have gotten better. Better at cheating. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, I just hung the game. Lost again. Great. Phew, bro. 15 seconds to destroy me. It's extremely suspicious, this guy. It just gets worse and worse. Whatever, dude. We'll see if he wins the tournament. I was really trying and I just hung e6. How does that work? Man, his bullet is only 2200, but he plays with the speed like he was 2500 in bullet. I know, he just cheats against me. It's nothing personal. Excuse me? If he's that fast and that good, though, why wouldn't he be even higher? You know, that's the thing I don't understand. I guess he just tries harder against me or something. It's really weird. I have 200 games against him. If I thought he was cheating for sure, I obviously wouldn't play him. Okay. But, you know, there's enough shadow of a doubt that I continue to play him even though I'm suspicious of him. Because I'm not convinced he's cheating for sure. But I think his play is suspicious at times. Incredibly fast. This, though, he's messed up. I don't know. It's the weirdest opponent I have ever faced on the site. This isn't just an isolated example. I mean, this guy is literally the weirdest opponent I've ever played on this site. It's not just like, oh, another guy accused of cheating. He's the strangest player I've ever faced here. Is he really melting down and losing this? Is his knight really trapped? How did that happen? How did this happen? Incredible. It's incredible. Is he really getting checkmated? Really losing all his pieces? What happened here? How was this possible? See, that's what I'm talking about. How how is it possible? Someone explain it to me. How this person is possible. It's almost like it's you played two different people. The guy who played perfectly for the first half of the game, and then his friend who's 1,000 rated played the second half of the game. I wouldn't be suspicious otherwise. Why is he so strangely inconsistent? You know? It's just so weird. He could have sacked the exchange right away. He could have sacked the exchange right away. Rook takes e5, pawn takes b4, and I'm cooked. It's like a rook and bishop, rook and knight endgame. Oh my god. I just hung my e6 pawn. Horrible. Okay. That's why I don't like playing him. I mean, he's very nasty. Nasty! Psychological issues. It has to be. Or he's really an 1100 who poses as a 21, 2200. That's not outside the realm of possibility either. You're 1100 and you use an engine to pose as a 2100. Yes, I am paranoid, but that doesn't mean they're not out to get me. This is my first game against Francois Stein. I'm extremely paranoid. I actually thought people were colluding against me in poker last week. But sometimes you're right, when you're paranoid. But Cheesy Noob is a long history here. I mean, believe me, this is not a new debate. Yeah. Online chess, online anything makes you crazier. Which makes you crazier? What do I do after pawn takes pawn? I don't know. But I'm glad I don't have to find out. Bishop e2. Pointy. You guys remember the account Bishops Are Pointy? You probably don't. There was this account Bishops Are Pointy that played in my Simul, beat me, got banned. I knew they were suspicious. The account was closed. Just ask Kramnik. They played in my Simul and beat me, and I banned them, and then their account was closed. Sometimes I'm right about cheating, like 20% of the time. But anyway, enough of that. I just don't like playing Cheesy Noob. If I could just Swiss tournaments, you can actually change the pairing so you don't have to play certain players. You can make like a preset rule that like Sludgy can't get paired with, or Sparkle Horse can't get paired with Cheesy Noob. His style is so bizarre, man. How can 1100, play like 2100 and like an 1100 the next minute? But psychological issues, maybe. So he's a genius. He's a genius and an idiot at the same time. Have you ever played World Open? The last time was not good. It was in 2006. But 2 times before that, I actually finished quite well. I played many World Opens, probably like 10, maybe more. I mean, from 1987 until 2000, between 87 and 2006, I probably played 12 times in the World Open. But my best result was 6.5 out of 9. 2 times I had a chance to tie for first, but drew the last round against a very strong player. In situations where both cases it prevented us both from tying for first. So 2 times in the World Open I had a situation where I could tie for first, but we drew a fighting game and ended up like neither tying for first. But it's reassuring to know that neither of my opponents offered to throw the game, because you assume that's going to happen sometimes. All right. Reassuring. How do I want to develop my pieces here? This is a bit of a problem. Oh shit, Winning a piece direct. It's ugly. Local legend, but it's shockingly 20 years ago I played the last time in the World Open. It seems like just yesterday. It's so weird. I didn't do too well in that one. I was distracted. Excuses. Okay, we take this. Trap his knight. And now I was thinking maybe here. You don't want to make an automatic move necessarily. Pawn takes pawn is interesting. I also have f6, breaking open his king side. That's a serious move. f6, pawn takes pawn. I don't know, king takes f1. I'm not materialistic. Nepomniachtchi also came out recently with a speech about online cheating, or just cheating in general. But I mean, it's like, yeah, it's a huge issue for chess, online, over the board, whatever. And a lot of people just want to like, kind of like, I think the problem is Kramnik, went too far in a lot of ways, but a lot of people want to just look the other way. Like we had somebody in Hungary who cheated, and the Hungarian Chess Federation kind of tried to brush it under the rug. They punished him, but they kept it very like secret, and he didn't face any international sanctions for just blatantly cheating. I mean, it's pretty bad. And the dude is like back playing over the board again. So I think it should be more serious punishment, like maybe life in prison or something. Life imprisonment. But I think that, yeah, Kramnik is obsessed with cheating and he's gone too far, but at the same time, a lot of people just want to brush the problem under the rug. And that's like the other extreme. Like they want to just not really deal with it. And I think that's also a bad thing. So it's a problem for any kind of games, online games of any sort. Poker, chess, backgammon, whatever, you know, you want. I mean, how do you have an online tournament when everyone can cheat? I love when they wanted to like have people on the webcam or whatever. That's like the dumbest thing ever. Oh, if you're on the webcam, it's okay, it's safe. Whatever. Okay, let's play. So we got Orange King. Whoa, Orange King with 11 points. Orange King, how do you have 11 points so fast? He's got the hang of this. Is anybody still out there? Or everyone left? You keep getting 1800s. Well, that's the thing about my stream. Normally everyone is like 2000. That's lucky. All right. Yeah. So, Cheesy Noob, extremely dangerous. That was better. I don't know too much about him. Vlad is inconsistent. Okay, there's no. Well, now Redusa joined. He's quite strong. Miles joined but didn't play. All right. Francois resign. Yep, Umbra is not. I want to decline that. Okay, declined. I'm surprised it's not against the PC rules of of lichess to decline someone's request. Orange King, let's see who you beat. How'd you get that many pairings that fast, though? You know, it's like Stefano, thou better. Hiroko Stefano. Oh no. Of course, I have to play Cheesy Noob again. If I get the queens off the board, I guess I feel a little bit safer. What's the best move here? H3? I don't remember. Well, I guess H3 is useful. And then no recollection. I have no recollection of this position. I don't know. Shit. I don't know shit, basically. Okay, let's go for it. He's already got me playing, like, moves I don't really like, to be honest. But I think maybe I don't have a choice, you know? F4. Wait a minute. So your bishop's trapped? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? But I take with the e-pawn. 2100 isn't that high from an 1800? Yeah. I mean, the higher you go, the more these points mean, though, you know? 2800 is a big difference off of 2500. The higher you go, the harder the points are to get, in a way, I think. But anyway, whatever. Well, your bishop's not going anywhere, but I'm going to take that. Now, what do I do? Aha. Yeah, now he comes back. Oh, man. See, this is where things are going to get weird. He's going to win from like a piece down position or something. I'm not sure I like what he did there, though. I don't think he should have traded pieces. Yeah, I don't think that was best. Psychological issues. Well, my big thing now, as a chess coach and chess commentator, or whatever I am, my latest thing is noticing that everyone is like psychotically aggressive to a fault. And honestly, I'm not really sure why that is. But I do think the bullet has something to do with it. I don't think it's coincidence. The level of psychotic aggression and recklessness is connected, I think, to this bullet chess trend. I do think it's the case. Faster and faster, reckless, reckless. If chess was becoming slower rather than faster, we'd probably see people playing more cautiously. But because like there are weird sports TV channels broadcasting bullet tournaments that I've seen, Another unbelievable move. Bullet is a ruination of chess. The dumbing down of chess. Uh-huh. Rook d5. No, rook d5. Psychophant. Psychopath. Mirror, mirror on the wall. How does this work? I guess everything wins. C4 check. Bishop takes. I like that. Keep it simple. It's what started the H4 trend as well. Dude, I was playing H4 trend. That was always my favorite, like, troll move. That I would play that when I was tilted and just play H4, H5 against people. But you know, it's named after a Hungarian, Karas Gabor, who I never actually met, but he was alive until, I don't know, recent years. Hungarian master, famous for playing that move all the time in tournaments. He was a 2200, as far as I know. Maybe he wasn't a FIDE master. Oh, you're Hungarian. I forgot it's Pichu that's talking about. You know, Karas Gabor was a folk legend for playing H4, but I never met him. Okay. Well, I don't think I ever met him. I mean, I don't believe that I ever met him. I mean, he never played in the same tournament with me, as far as I know. We never met, as far as I know. Uh, well, we certainly never met in a game, but if I ever played his club, I wasn't aware of it. I don't know which club he played for, or even where he lived. You might know. But anyways, yeah, the H4 trend. Yeah, but I mean, the thing about moving your rook pawns is that you don't permanently weaken any squares. When you play h3, a3, h4, a4, it's not like, you're dramatically weakening h4 like the g4. The Grob is terrible. It's the worst opening. I mean, there is no opening as bad as the Grob. H4 is a fairly good move, relatively speaking. Now, the beginner thing that some idiots have tried to promote, I mean, it's all for content reasons. The idea of going like a4, rook a3, or h4, rook h3 in the opening, that's the first thing every beginner thinks of, you know? And I think by making that a popular trend, content creators are finding a way to appeal to total beginners. They're like, oh yeah, that totally appeals to the total beginners. But it's absurd, and Magnus is just bored or whatever. She's gonna just resign. Would you mind resigning for me? Thank you. I didn't think he really would. That's funny. I was just asking, you know, you can always hope. But Orange King in first place. Jern Vlad tied with me for second. Orange King lost. Thou better thank you. No, Orange King lost to Jern Vlad. So Jern Vlad is, if you look at Jern Vlad, if you might want to check out his account, because I did the other day, check out his max. Yeah, see? Jern Vlad max rating 2273. So Jern Vlad is dangerous. He's better than his blitz rating for sure. He was 2273 at some point. My best friend in high school, well, not my best friend, a friend of mine in high school who was one of the weakest chess players who knew the rules. Yeah, he always started with like A4, rook A3, you know, centralize the rook. I mean, everybody's tempted to do that, but I mean, it's just pop culture, you know. Online chess culture, it's garbage. But people don't know any better. You know, they don't know any better. And all that matters is like monetizing your TikTok chess videos. But ultimately it will be forgotten for all this stupid stuff. All right. Sveshnikov. Zernvlad versus Euro, this is a good game. It looks like a very classic Sveshnikov. Jeroen can play well, and he knows a few openings pretty well. Sveshnikov, of course, one of them. Black is a pawn down there, but I wouldn't be sure exactly what's going on here. Last move, bishop g5, but maybe instead of bishop g5, black could break with d5, no? But ultimately, it's a complex situation. So nobody here's a subscriber to my channel. That's all right. That's all right. Save your money for something more important. My old max for bullet, what? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, man. Bullet, well, F5 was played. Bullet don't count as chess. Even blitz is borderline. All right. But this 5 plus 3 is relatively slow enough that it's possible to play some quality games. It is possible. But even so, you have to really try, and I think the bullet chess makes games really disposable. Reducing the quality of chess. So chess is about quantity, then bullet is good. If it's about quantity, what's the point? So what's going on here? I don't know about black's decision to go for f5. You know, he doesn't really want to trade queens, but I think he has to now. Although, okay, on what terms? I guess he has to trade queens, take on e4. Yeah, this is not a good move. Okay. Next. All right, your own wake up. Team club. You're an idiot and a genius at the same time, and I have to upgrade myself for next season. Yeah, it's a nightmare to have someone like Cheesy Noob on your team because you don't know who's going to show up. It's the 1100 or the 2300. Sometimes could be a pleasant surprise though. Maybe you'll get lucky and the master Cheesy Noob will show up. Um, Not a picture of consistency. Let's just say if you have Cheesy Noob on your team, you're going to want to have some solid, reliable peeps too. Okay. Of course, it depends about team matches. What did I play this before? I was looking at the Funny Move 95. That's actually playable. No one plays this missile variation anymore, but I was recently studying some old games, and this was always my preference because it was an older line that was still played like in the 80s. Um, I don't understand why I stopped playing the Grunfeld actually. I ended up quitting the Grunfeld around 1992, even though I played it for like 5, 6 years. I think it was a bad decision to stop playing it. It's a good opening. Bishop f4 is a move I don't know. I would assume knight a6. That could very well be a mistake. Assume nothing. All right, knight c6, d5. Of course, we can always play c6, but it's a passive move, which is not really in the spirit of the Grunfeld. Here, all right. Bishop f4 is weird enough. I think the c6 is okay. So I'm not really sure what white is doing exactly. Trojan, a Petrosian horse. That's a good name for a team. Petrosian horses. Petrosian. That looks borderline insane. Help yourself. For me, the Grunfeld is one of those openings where I'm really not sure. Well, since I started playing it as one of my first openings, I think it'll always be pretty well ingrained. I have tons of experience, though I quit playing it. I can still always remember those millions of games I played in the 80s. My best friend and I had like 8 zillion training games in this opening. 95 bishop d8, knight takes c4, bishop e7, knight takes b2. Not sure he's seen that far. Though he doesn't care. See, this is like more radical bullet crap. Wait. Okay, what do I do? Radical bullet crap. Critical. B5? Can't hurt to play B5. Can it? No. B5 is a good move. Why is B5 a good move? Well, we force the bishop to define itself, but this square is super weak now. The thing is that Reduso plays the Grunfeld himself, but that doesn't mean he necessarily plays the white side well, or he knows what he's doing. I've sometimes had a hard time playing against my own openings. Accelerated Dragon is a great example. I'm like terrible on the white side of the Accelerated Dragon, but it's been a mainstay for me with black. This is like a huge advantage for me. No immediate knockout, huh? So, bishop h6. That's an awkward move. Knight d3 check. Very greedy. h5. Okay, what is he threatening? I was looking at Fischer, and unfortunately, Fischer played one really famous game in the Grunfeld against Donald Byrne from my 60 Memorable Games, but Bobby liked the Kings at the end more. He really did. Kasparov is one of maybe the greatest Grunfeld player of all time. Ultimately, Gasparagus, Gasparagus. Damn, he's defending like a genius. What do I do? That is a brilliant move, King D1. That's like cheesy noob level. That is seriously disturbing. Okay, this is going to be a very technical endgame. I can see the writing on the wall. Yeah, only move. Correct? Gary Gasparov. Gaspar. Gasparug. Gaspar. Mate Gaspar. That's, he passed away. He was Lake's first coach. But I think it's important, like Tal, Fischer, when you play one kind of G6 Indian defense, like the Grunfeld or the King's Indian, I think it's important to be able to play them all. It's all one happy family. The King's Indian, the Grunfeld, and the Benoni. And even the Banco Gambit, right? That's the best. If you can play all of those things, you have a complete opening system. Look at Tal and Fischer. Kasparov. Oh, dude, that's the best move on the board. This guy. Is it, though? We have to think outside the box. I can't allow him to do that. Yeah, I don't know if it was the best move on the board, but it was a move. It was a combative move. Okay. Jesus, dude. Doctor of Technology. Oh my God. He's a defensive genius. This is outrageous, dude. King c2, the whole concept of putting his king on c2. Then a4 to get counterplay in the a file. Extremely sophisticated defensive ideas by White in this game. And I thought he was like dead. Just when you think he's dead, he's still alive. But that's capitulation, no? Or maybe it's not. Is my knight trapped? Or some technical problem here? The idea could be that he has some kind of counterplay. What does that do? That's a weird move, huh? G5. Wow, I think there might be some kind of storm coming up. Oh, you're after my c6 pawn? Am I even winning here? That's so easy. I don't know. G5? My pawns are split now. The split pawn defense. Okay. Oh. I'm attacking f2. I didn't even realize it. Here we go again. Okay. There. What? You have to be kidding me, dude. He finally blundered. And I finally blundered. It's a draw. This is outrageous, dude. That's incredible, bro. You gotta be kidding me. He swindled me again. Lost the whole game. What the fuck, dude? He's lost the whole game and he saved it. And you can look at this game and be like, wow, White played really badly. But every time he was close to lost, he saved the game. I'm that bad. It was like the worst game I ever played in my life. $63. Still. It's still coming. If you're talking like pure rating, yeah, probably that was in the past. But no, don't make me ask don't make me answer depressing questions. Um Blitz I'm definitely not as good as I used to be. But in rapid and classical, ratings have become inflated and I don't play enough. But objectively, I don't think I'm weaker than I was. Um if I could play one game a day at peak performance, I think I'm still as good as I ever was. And I know more than I did when I was at my highest rating. So I don't know. That's all sort of debatable stuff about peak stuff. I don't want to be depressing. Say like peak is when you're 30. Um some weird ass noise. Is there a bug in here? There's like a moth or something making a weird noise. Orange King 2504. This move now we looked at this move and I forgot. Takes. Was it not takes? Was it something else? Like bishop e3? I don't remember. My rapid decline started at age 20 now. I mean, that should never happen. It just means that you're not concentrating on chess. This is bullshit. Orange King, were you here before under a different account? How is he so much higher in Bullet than in Blitz? That's weird. You're just seriously a Bullet. Totally Bullet oriented. There's almost like no way anybody should be 2500 in Bullet and 2100 in Blitz. I mean, that's too much. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, there's rating deflation. You can explain losing 100 points based on rating deflation alone. I mean, if you're talking in the last 10 years, I think you can probably explain 100 points based on rating deflation. I certainly can. At least 75. Um, I went straight up from like 2400 to 23, and I think, you know, 3/4 of that is deflation related. But I should be at least like 30, 23-30. I will get back to 23-30 hopefully. But I think if I continue to play only serious tournaments, I'm slowly going to creep back into the mid 2300s. But you've got to be. I was just thinking about my best friend, how I passed him when we were competing with each other, and it was that I was more dedicated to chess. Are you as dedicated to chess as you were when you were 22? I mean, I don't believe that people are like declining between 22 and 30. I'm not gonna buy that. There's only the question of jobs and responsibility and family and stuff. So there's crazy weather. Okay, we're finally gonna get a storm, it looks like. There's been no rain in Hungary for like 2 months. I mean, it looks like could be a thunderstorm for reals coming up here. Like Lake Valencia is at its lowest level in modern history. That's the third largest lake in Hungary. Um, Now they have no tourists because the lake is too shallow. I don't know why the wind is doing that though. It's crazy. So the only chance to beat black here is in this endgame, huh? My opening was shaky. Oh, come on, bro. All right. I have to close the window now so I can. There's not even a huge storm. It's just incredible wind. Maybe it's like not in the direct vicinity, but I don't see any warnings about like. It's funny. I don't see any thunderstorm warnings. It just says like cloudy. But according to my computer, the temperatures drop dramatically. My desktop says it's 27 degrees Celsius. It was like 37. Orange King from Orange County. King of oranges. This guy's a genius. I say that about everybody. But I say that about everybody. By complimenting my opponents, I get their guard down. Have you played on my account? My account. Have you played on my account? Have you played on my stream under a different account? Orange King. Is this new? Is this a new account? You joined 1 year ago. I've been streaming for 10 years. You could have played under a different account. All right, King E2. Jernflat is in second place. Impressive. Jernflat making a recent comeback to the stream. Cheesy Noob bailed. He didn't like saying that he didn't like me saying he was a genius and an idiot at the same time. Look, I call it like it is. And I can insult you and compliment you. It balances out. If I say you're a genius and an idiot, it balances out. You can't say it hurt your feelings because I said you're a genius and an idiot. Yeah, that's a great move. That is a great move you got there. So what's my plan? Win the game? Sounds good. All right, here we go. Gonna win. Ruben gonna win. With the tactics. Scary. Okay. Don't like that. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. HGG. Multiple Hungarians. We have multiple Hungarians in the house now. Yesterday I ran into Bagi Mate, international master. He seems like a nice guy. Never really talked to him before. He's a good, strong player, but he has to play poker for a living like what I'm doing now. Sadly. We're all playing poker for a living now. Chess leads to perpetual brokenness. Rook h3. It's pretty sad when like skilled chess players have to play poker for a living. I mean, seriously. That sucks, you know? And he's a lot higher rated than me. He's like 2450. Can't make a living by just playing in the Hungarian team championship. Maybe a couple of leagues. 10,000 leagues under the sea. Chess is still, it's sad. It's sad. Maybe Hungarian chess even will get better. All right. So we're just probing. Probing without progress. Looking for tactics. Let's see, G5, Rook E3. That's awkward. Rook D3. Rook D3, Rook B8, Rook D7. Rook. I'm not making progress here. An idiot savant. Speaking of Asterbait, he's still alive. Which is good, right? Typical players should falter in the endgame. If Orange King has a weakness, it should be in the endgame. It's got to be a reason he's 2,500 in Bullet and 2,100 in Blitz. But I have yet to figure it out. Because he's still holding. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's annoying. We go for it. Didn't even say check. This guy's pretty good, man. Look at that. No. What the? All right. guess as we're gonna see the super bullet skills kick in. Um, there. Oh, so that's a problem as well. Well, that's awkward. Okay. Gotta be careful. Not sure about that move by me, but we'll make it work. All right, that was a very tough endgame. If we look at the analysis board, Rook d6 question mark. Great. That was my entire plan. Bishop f8 double question mark. So I missed Rook d8, apparently. I was attached to this plan of sacking the exchange. It's enough for equal. And g5 is good, rook e2 is good, take's good, king f7 is good. It's only a draw. It's only a draw. All right. All right, stronger in opening, middle game, or end games. No. I'm a journeyman. I don't have, you know, probably middle game. I'm like, Alonso Zapata said that I'm good at improvising. So tricky. Wojciech said I'm a tricky fish, and Alonso Zapata said that I'm good at improvising. So they're similar descriptions. I think middle game is the best place for improvising. Um, I don't think that I'm special, especially strong in openings or middle game. I mean, openings or end games. Like, okay, but I think probably middle game. But I mean, I think these things are made up. I mean, the whole concept of opening, middle game, and end game, it's made up. It's just made up. It sounds like simple to make it into three parts, but it's totally arbitrary. Late middle game, early middle game, late opening, early end game. We could like make 5 categories or something. Make it 7 categories. But then the people that think that I'm good at tactics say that I suck that they say I suck strategically. And then there's people who are good at strategic play who say I'm tricky and I'm like bad at tactics. So I don't think I'm easy to, label as a player. So is move one middle game, Fisher random. I'm terrible. Whatever it is, I'm terrible at it. No, I mean I don't know, man. I'm awful in the opening and Fisher random. It's very strange. I'm absolutely horrible at it. Maybe I do play better with like less pieces on the board. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly knowledgeable of endgame um, theory, but but I have good fundamentals. Yeah, but I think, the arbitrary naming of these parts of the game is it's like a typical academic thing, you know? It would be interesting to actually go back in chess literature to determine like where exactly what chess author or player first described chess in that way, the opening, the middle game, and the end game. Who is responsible for that? Is it like Staunton? I mean, for example, I have no idea. Probably somebody wrote on paper this idea of classifying chess into three parts. But I would argue that it's bullshit and it's a typical academic thing that people design just to make it easier. It's like the same thing that like knights and bishops are worth three pawns or whatever. They're worth the same thing. It's just you're simplifying things to make it easier to learn. But the truth is that there is no such thing as the opening, the middle game, and the end game. They're all stages of the same thing. I would look at it like that. I would try to approach chess like that. Um, if I really want to be honest. They're man-made. It's like a man-made construction because we like making up categories for things and putting them in boxes. By the way, we're watching Redusa against Jernvlad, and I was wondering if like White really doesn't want to allow this capture on e3. Like maybe you do have problems. If you allow knight takes e3, f takes e3, later black can play bishop h6. But you can always defend your pawn with knight d1. It's interesting that white played bishop d2, offering their pawn on d4. Alexander Ivanov would be hard pressed not to play bishop takes d4 here. My old rival from New England. Alex, who loved grabbing pawns like Korchnoi, grabbing that pawn and coming back like fianchettoing the queen on g7 or something. I mean, Fischer also. What is Jernvlad doing here? Ah, so black castle, but I think he should grab the pawn. It's complicated though. Knight a4, bishop takes f2 check. It's another Grunfeld where Redusa is white. Grunfeld. Redusa getting the second Grunfeld of the day. Queen b3 takes, and then Jernvlad played the oldest move in the book, c6. Now, I think that has a name. I'm trying to remember. It has a name. c6 is like the most ancient move for black, but I don't think it's great. You're not attacking the white center, which is the main idea of the Grunfeld in any hypermodern opening. This is a crazy position. Redusa, whoever he is, he has excellent like clock skills. Why did black not play queen b6 there? Queen b6 turning f2 looked very hard to defend. That's weird. I mean, this move, how do you deal with that? You lose f2, or you play knight d1, which is crazy looking. I think he's like dead after queen b6. So Redusa is like Houdini. Keeps surviving like horrible positions. Now he's out of the woods. Or maybe not. Black needs to get Black needs to get with the tactics, man. You need to get with the tactics here. Jernflat needs to be more tactical. He's like, there you go, A5, excellent. Now that's the move I wanted to see. No take on E7. You have to play Bishop C5. Bishop E7 is blunder. He had to play Bishop C5. It's obvious. Actually, it's probably still bad, huh? Bishop C5. It looks like White still has issues, but maybe G3 will save him at some point. So Bishop C5. I don't know. Rook. Let's see. What does Black play? Rook A C8 or B6, and White has G3 in between move, and maybe he can be okay. Bishop E7 looks like suicide. Well, I'm not sure this was necessary for Black to give up the dark square bishop. I mean, why is it necessary to play? Oh, so he'd have access to the E4 square. Okay. He had to play bishop takes C3 to get access to E4. And now Schoenblatt has this. The time is on White's side. Another sleazy miracle. Where's the mate? Sleazy miracles. Oh no. Oh no. Draw? Is it a draw? Probably not. I think White's really on the border of losing here. Oh no. Does that work? What? Bro. What a move. Bishop H3. Oh no. Bishop H3 was evil. But you know what Redusa had? He had H4. And then we talked about H4 with Pichu in the opening. I mean, the opening of the show. H4. See, the thing about H4 is that it makes Luft without creating any permanently weak squares. So if White plays H4, he has King G1, King H2, but he also doesn't totally weaken any squares. It was the only move that would have saved, that looks like it would have saved White. Although he's still sleazing his way out here. Sleazy and easy. It's too easy to be sleazy. Maybe we should play A4, but that wouldn't have mattered. So objectively, what are we looking at here? A draw or a win for Black? Nice move H3. Black missed his chance to play Queen G4 and cash in there. Oh, that's invasive. Oh no. Alright, Germfly gets the win. Well played. Guys, check out this position after Bishop H3. And why don't I have a game? Okay, Bishop H3. Check this out. Check it out. Here, Rook takes C7. Yeah, H4. And it's equal. He doesn't find it. He blunders with Queen B2. But Black, Bishop H3. Unbelievable move. Winning on the spot. Schoenblatt dominating. Orange King in clear second. I'm in third. Redusa in fourth. The Life of Chuck is fifth. HGG coming with 2 wins. Guys, is anybody a subscriber? Come on, let's subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the stream. That's how I survive, okay? Can someone please subscribe? Even a Prime sub, anything? Donate $1. You know, I used to get paid $3 a Blitz game when I played Blitz live. Everybody's so cheap now. I made more money as a chess hustler than as a streamer. Yeah, King F1 and H4 makes sense. Come on, guys, let's donate. Come on, I need to pay for the air conditioning. Subscribe. I'll call you a genius if you subscribe. We have no subscribers. Thank you guys for that. Gabble Tromops. Why do I keep getting like the strongest players every single game? What the hell? Zeus is prime sub. Nice. You just did that? Why did I get a notification? Why do I get no notification? That's weird. There it is. It's very late. Wow. It was very, very delayed. This notification came in like 20 seconds late. You had to send it? Oh, you have to press the button for it to show? Okay. All right. I forgot. I thought it was like automatic. You can opt or whether to show that you subbed or not. I forgot. I don't really like this variation. I always used to wonder why people would play d5, but it's actually pretty annoying. All right. It's annoying. But I'm not going to go into a pure King's Indian. Because he would like that. He would like to transpose it straight up to a to something he really knows, I think. It's an old Indian, but white normally doesn't really commit to d5 so early in the old Indian. Dr. Chip Chance, you found me on Facebook. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure it was you before I accepted it, because you get all these like weird people trying to like, fake profiles trying to friend you on Facebook. Yeah. I thought it was you, but I didn't know your name for sure, so I wanted to make sure. Yeah. Thanks to the Facebook. Yeah. No, I mean every week I get these weird people like bots or whatever, like giving you fake friendship on Facebook. All right. I thought it was you. No, it says you're a PhD in epidemiology, and I was like, okay, that's probably Dr. Chip Chance. But it could be a bizarre coincidence or something. Yeah. Okay, A6. If you sub, I'll call you a genius. It's hard for him to sub from Iran, probably. But we can gift sub him. Someone can send him a gift sub. There's some issues with internet things from the Iranian side. The World Cup team is out. Okay, yesterday we were watching football at poker, and what were we watching? Oh, poor Ivory Coast, right? Well, I was rooting for France, to be honest, but kind of fell for Ivory Coast losing. Banking sanctions still in action. I wouldn't imagine that's the only issue either. France is just like really good. Okay. So what are we doing here? That I watched, and then what was the other match last night? No, France, Sweden. What am I talking about? It was France, Sweden, and then Ivory Coast. Am I losing my mind? I know, France, Sweden, but who was Ivory Coast playing? Why can't I remember that? Hype train incoming, wow. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee, you show up and there's an automatic hype train activated. Ivory Coast played Norway, right? And then, okay, yeah, because of course, Haaland scores the goal in the 87th minute, 85th minute or something, right? The second goal. That was the heartbreaker. Right, right. Now I remember. Okay. Yeah. All right. Mr. Coffee activated hype train. My friend Alonso Zapata always played the old Indian. I thought it was weird to play the old Indian at that level, but it is subtly different than the King's Indian. I think sometimes he suffers. Like at the World Senior, he had a really bad second half, but the old Indian is kind of different than it is different than the King's Indian. I mean, I think that like here White, like for example, didn't really adjust to it very well. Um, but hmm, but am I going to get my queen trapped ultimately? Or do I go for f5? Speaking of queen trapped, f5 is risky, man. I don't like it. Queen b4, queen c2. Sun Prism, thank you for subscribing. Now we feel a little bit better. There's a couple subs now in the stream. And tomorrow night we have our analysis stream, and Sun Prism has to be a subscriber because he submitted a game for the stream. If anyone else wants to do a game to analyze for tomorrow night, you have to be a subscriber. US versus Bosnia. Yeah, there's some soccer commentator, some woman, female soccer commentator, some woman, a female soccer commentator like on Fox News or something made this idiotic comment where she like didn't even know where like Bosnia was on the map. It's like, yeah, no shit. Because you're a fucking typical like moronic American. It's just a total cell phone. Like the president of the United States doesn't know where the fuck Bosnia is. Obviously. What happened? Knight e1. Just emphasize your ignorance. That's the stupidest comment ever. Ha, I don't even know where Bosnia is on a map. Yeah, great. That's brilliant. So, takes on a4. Wow. That is a cool move you got there. Knight b3, knight d3. What if I try this? This is getting weird, man. Knight dance. Knight d4. I'm afraid. I tied my knights up. All theory, yeah. Dude, when America like loses to Bosnia, you're gonna have to figure out where it is on a map. Um, maybe you'd want to know. You might want to make note of that. All theory. No. But I am a little concerned. But Reduce's doing his normal thing. He's good at defending. Sire. The word is sire, you know. Opting for a queen exchange? Well, it might reduce nasty attacking chances for white. How about queen c1? No, queen b1. You have to play queen b1. You want to avoid the exchange of queens. But actually, it probably just drops the pawn. The knight takes a4. So I don't think that white should be avoiding this exchange of queens. And there's another way to do it even better. Now that's a tasty burger. Bishop e2, self-correcting. That another tasty burger with the threat. Man, this is annoying. I don't love f5, but wait a minute. You can't just do anything here. Shit. I can't play bishop g5. I just realized. So what is h6? What's the point of h6? You can't play bishop g4, and I can't play bishop g5. I can't play it without carefully calculating it. And anyway, it's probably a bad idea. So f5. Okay. Gonna regret this, but I'm running out of things to do. He's down to 11 seconds, and he's like Mr. Increment now. What does that do? He's exchanging pieces? Oh my god. Impossible. What? Wow. I wonder if I should go to h7. The master of defense. Minister of defense. Oh no, f3 is hanging. Is that an intentional sacrifice? Oh. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, he resigned. Okay. His kingside fell apart. Jern Vlad in first place, winning every single game. Whoa, bro. 24-77. That's some strong vodka you got there. Whatever Jern Vlad is having, I'm going to have some of that. Jern Vlad is now paused. He's in first place, but Orange King is paused too. So they're waiting each other out while the rest of us catch up. Sparkle Horse. Can I play someone other than the top players? Maybe. I did play Cheesy Noob twice. Dr. Chance, Gobble Roll Mops. Not good. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Sir is a polite, everyday, honorific used to respectfully address a man, whereas sire is an archaic, royal title exclusively used to address a reigning king or monarch. Right. And therefore it's more appropriate. I prefer sire. It sounds cooler. Sir always feels so fake and insincere, you know. Gobble Romop's dragging his feet here would be not giving up. Guys, tomorrow night is our analysis stream. Don't forget. Analysis stream Thursday. $400 first place. No, I'm sorry. That's my donation bar. My bad. I thought that number at the top was the first place prize for the tournament. No, that's just my bad. Oh my god. I almost lost $400 last night. It was a close one. I tried my best, but then I got it back. I played a really, really bad hand. Like when you blunder in chess. Blunder. Blunder. I love when people are like playing poker while on their phones. You know, they're like an idiot. Never do that. You know that like most people that do that are not serious. But yeah. We were very lucky. Okay. This is time to resign, boys and girls. Don't drag it out. Don't be a sore loser. Sun Prism resubscribed with 22 months. Zeus resubscribed on Prime. Yeah, I don't know, weird. And we're still waiting for our first massive donation today. The key with poker is making sure that you know all the players that are in the hand. Because if you don't know, then something bad can happen. And that's kind of what happened to me yesterday. Realizing on the turn that this dude's in the hand, it's a little too late. I was like, fuck, bro. I think he does it on purpose, though. Player sitting next to the dealer, kind of blending in. It's easy to miss when you're sitting, adjacent to the dealer. The dealer like blocks your view a little bit, and you're not thinking about that player sometimes. Fucking guy was in there. Oh my god, look at that variation. It's the French exchange. No, it's the French line again. Move 11's in the tournament playing his special line. Oh no, guys, remember we did this on the analysis stream. It's an epic Topalov Nakamura sacrifice. Hey, please let me in the team. Chess is Love 42. You joined 6 months ago. All right, I'll let you in. Move 11, Sun Prism. Move 11 has studied this extensively. I don't know how deeply Sun Prism knows it, but he did have another game. Was it these guys? Yeah, they played twice before. And move 11 was white. It was a French. You can tell by that structure, a knight on d4. It's like, guess the opening. You guys see that board when I bring that up? Do you see the sideboard when I bring it up? The mini board? Does that show on the stream? It should, right? Knight on d4, pawn on d5, pawn on e5. You can guess the opening based on the end game position. And that's my whole theory. There's your theory about middle games, openings, and end games. If you can guess the opening from the end game, then maybe like there is no such thing as openings, middle games, and end games. But and then the other game, Sun Prism was white. Okay. So Sun Prism is in the think tank here. Let's review what happened again. Bishop a4, b5, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Isn't it queen h4 check or something? Or am I misremembering now? Am I misremembering queen h4 check? Queen d8, queen c3. I'm confused. I'm like seriously confused. What's going on here? Black just blunder? I don't understand. Jernvlad is paused. Orange is paused. Redusa is paused. HGG is paused. So that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4. Euron's paused. 5, 6. Dr. Chachance. 7. Francois. 8. Move 11. Adriel's not playing. Chesteslav is 9. So Ruslan is in the tournament now too, playing Shangri-La. Simba Lagru. Well, Simba Lagru, you're up a pawn. So Ruslan, I would not trade rooks if I were you. Can Ruslan hang on? Anyway, going back to our tournament, let's check what happened there. It's over. What were we looking at? Move 11, Sun Prism there. Okay, so Black played Rook A4, Knight C7, check King E7. Mate. Slow rolling. Rolling and slowing. Slowing and rolling. It's not mate though. It's not mate. There's no mate. It just looks like mate. Slowing and rolling. Gobble Romops, are you still here? Alright guys, Sparkle Horse Arena. We still have me, who's not paused. That was better. Simba's playing, Ruslan playing, Sun Prism playing. Chess is love, not yet. Trip Chance, not a game. Francois, no game. Move 11's in. So let's just watch this. Move 11. Check, King E7, white to move. Um, I was thinking about that, but I didn't understand like what your threat is, but now I understand. Jeez. So primitive. Looks great. Till someone loses an eye, as they say in English. But no spoilers. Chess is love. Double berserk. It's Simba Galuru. Simba Lagru. Just as love playing Aliahine's defense. The chase variation. Bishop c4. I always play c6 here, but I think e6 is the move too. Maybe e6 is the more popular move. All right, now d6 is main line. I played e6. I had a terrible game. I lost once in 2003 when I was on Total Tilt. A nightmare game that made me want to quit chess. But I guess you shouldn't play this opening if you're going to be on tilt and quit chess. Knight c3 is probably main line. This I've never seen before. That is extremely provocative. Queen c7. Okay. I don't believe it. I don't think queen c7 was right, but white should play bishop f4. I didn't mean now, but I have no idea what's going on now. Why don't I get a game? There's not enough players. Please, friends. It's not enough to subscribe and donate. You have to play in our tournament too, so I can get pairings. No, seriously, I don't mind like talking about the other games. Why didn't white play bishop f4 after queen c7? It inhibits d6. It might still be good, but it's not as good because black obviously has check. The question is, how good is this check? I think this is the key position now. You may not want to do that. D takes c is a little bit dangerous. It might have been safer to play d5. Because now I'm actually afraid for black's life. d5 was way safer. See, now it's very scary. It's possible that black is close to lost here. Maybe not. But it certainly looks scary. I guess it's not lost. But it looks scary. He could have played d5. I mean, I guess there's bishop d6 there. Here. d5, bishop d6. I overlooked that. Still not fatal. And white's king's on d2. The g5 is a move, but I don't know if it did anything. Yeah. Okay, well, something went wrong. But still, yeah, something went wrong. I don't trust the way that Love played that game. I don't know about Queen C7. That doesn't seem right. You know, it's kind of slow. Now black's up a piece. But why wouldn't he trade queens first? Dude, you gotta trade queens first. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous not to trade queens first, Love. Oh my god. We like randomly resigned. But I'm still not sure it's that easy to defend e7. Should white even resign there? Okay, he is lost apparently. Oh, you can castle. All right, all right. I forgot that black can castle. Jernblad and Orange King, they must have like agreed to a truce or something, and they both left. But I'm not allowed to play. Reduce is also part of the truce. So the tournament is basically over, but maybe I'll get like one more game. HGG will probably win it at this rate. He's not playing either. Simul, Lagru, me. Yeroon is back. Chess' Love is still playing. Ruslan's still playing. Trip Chance is supposed to be playing. He's playing. Francois, I don't think, is here. Adrian was never here. And that's it. We need more players. I need help promoting. I'm not a good promoter. How is symbol Guru? I don't think you spelled it right. It's La Gru. Blocked by you. Dude, a lot of people are blocked by me. I'll tell you how. They play in my simuls, and then they leave after 2 moves. That's the number 1 way to get blocked by me. The number 2 way to get blocked by me, are they blocked by me? Yeah. The number 2 way to get blocked by me is like keep sending me challenges. Like send me 10 challenges in a row when I don't feel like playing, and I'll decline the challenge. They'll challenge me again. Decline challenge, challenge me again. That's how you get blocked. One of the best ways to get blocked. No, probably a simul abandonment block, most likely. But because you're blocked by me doesn't mean you can't be in the team or you can't play. That's a separate thing. This is personal block so that I remember not to play them in simuls. Because everybody does that. It's very annoying, you know. I play a 20 board simul. I let in some random noobs, and 5 out of 10 of them like leave the game after under 10 moves. How annoying is that? It's funny, like lately, okay, I'm not on Lichess that much, but I haven't been getting those like weird random challenges that much. Now that I think about it, this is old school. Very old school way of playing the Pierts for black. I guess I might have had e5 right away. Now it's not so clear. e5 CD, pawn takes f6, pawn takes c3, pawn takes g7. I mean, even e5 98 is probably okay for black now. So I don't want to do that. This might not be a bad move. c5. I'm a little bit foggy brain at the moment because I haven't played now for 15-20 minutes. Okay. This is your brain on drugs. This is a mistake. This is a typical mistake by Sledgy. So I'm screwed now. Fully screwed. I am fully screwed, and I don't know what I'm doing. c5 is a very strong move for black there, actually. I don't know what to do. e5 doesn't work. Takes isn't great. So he missed it. He has b5. b5. b5 and I'm screwed. Not like, yeah, it's bad. I'm in a bad position. I'm an idiot. I allow b5. Damn. But what am I supposed to play? I think the answer was to just keep the tension. I kept feeling like I should do something. But the best move for white is probably just like castle. I'm an idiot. I should just castle. D5 is bad. E5 is nothing special. Pawn takes pawn is nothing. I just had the castle. Instead, I played D5. It's a mistake. But now he played A6, missing B5, and now I have a good Schmid-Benoni. Yeah, it's a good Schmid-Benoni. This is I think this is fine. Looks actually very, very standard-ish Schmid-Benoni. Lothar. Lothar. Hey, Lothar. Sounds like a orc name in Hearthstone. I am Lothar. Of course, Lothar Schmid, German player who well famously would be the arbiter for Fischer Spassky in 1972. Boy, he's decent for 1600 though. No wonder he's blocked. Okay, we wait. F5 sometimes they do in the Schmid-Benoni. Not the safest tool in the shed, as they say. This has got to be a bad move. You played knight e8, and ostensibly the plan is to play knight c7, but instead you played queen c7. So that's not right. Actually, my bishop is the one piece that's a little weirdly placed for the Schmid-Benoni. For me, too. Doesn't belong on e3. I guess f4. But now we could have other problems. Whatever, we'll deal with it. I'm not sure this is a great move. Well, we played this guy once before. And I won. So, unclear why he was blocked. It wasn't because of Simul thing. Yeah, I don't really want to trade pieces here. They can try to win a pawn if I move my bishop. A5. Knight d2 looks... But now, okay, now e5. How about rook e1? It's playable. Giving up the bishop, though. I just want to be able to rule out f5. He might have something very dynamic. Takes, b5. Doesn't go for dynamism. He's a gopher. He's not a gopher. Wow. So e5. Chop, chop, chop. It's a decent gopher. A5, chop, chop. A5, chop, chop. B5, chop. Well, I mean, I guess this is like a standard thing to do. Chop, chop. No bishop b5. Well, actually, yeah, no bishop b5. B5 takes, followed by something solid, like don't know what yet, but we'll see. Bishop c1 is not out of the question. B6, wow. The super subtle b6, not b5, b6. Check him out. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. You could have taken with the rook too. So b3 weakens my dark squares. Rook a2 is... What's up, roll mops? This one knows too much theory in the Spielman Nimzo. That was impressive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one. Spielman Nimzo. Symbol grew. It's grew to you. How's my tactics? Rook takes, queen takes, rook b1, chop, 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 check, back, takes, takes. An endgame with equal material. Oh my god, I'm going to lose on time. Well, like I said, bishop c1 is not out of the question. All right. I need a little bit of motivation. The guy is quite good for his rating. But we got pretty serious stuff. Now we're winning. Winning! Everyone's protected. Except for my rook on a1 and my queen on e7. Distance pieces. Not easy to attack my rook on a1, by the way. Queen takes. Knight b5. I don't love that. Knight a4 maybe. Man, this guy's coming on with a Turkish bullet player probably. He was totally lost. Coming up with a pretty subtle move there. He has knight takes d6, doesn't play it. I'm like confused. I should have played bishop f4, I suppose. I don't really know what's going on. Does anyone know what's going on anymore? I don't know what's going on anymore. I am totally confused. Shit. Jesus Christ with a tactic. Don't blame Jesus. Whew. I think I did my puzzles today. He is a dangerous little guy. We got him. That is a puzzle. Puzzle achievement. Get. He almost weaseled his way out of that. Weaseling enabled. Oof. Had I completely messed it up? No. That was lucky. I was lucky. The tactic didn't work. But he was better when I allowed b5 in the opening. And by the way, that position, shockingly, has never occurred in an over-the-board game. Are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. No one has ever played c5 here for black. How bad is it? Why is it bad? So I really can play e5. I thought that black could just go back 98, but this is stronger than I thought. I underestimated e5. Wow. Because my bishop's already on c4. He has to play knight h5. Very difficult move to find. If I play g4, I weaken myself too much. Yeah, he probably would have a hard time finding that. I'm in third place, but not locked. I'm probably not going to hold on to third place. Reduces too motivated. E5. But I thought like what I should have done was just keep the tension. Let's see, castles. Yeah, it's fine. Castles just turns into like a normal sort of dragon dwarf. Where I'm a castle kingside. H3 is a sort of useful move in this dragon dwarf type position. I mean, I can't play very sharply, but white has a tiny edge. That would have been the sensible thing to do. I'm like an idiot. I played d5 allowing b5 right away. It's like the oldest trick in the book. I just walked right into it. It's sometimes hard to like have a pause and then play, with blitz. It's not easy to keep your brain focused. I had a good 20 minutes where I didn't have a game, and then I get back in the game and I'm like all foggy brained. Like you have I have a sort of mental state I go into when I'm playing chess, and I get in it and I'm like good, and then if I get out of it, then I have hard trouble getting back into the mode of concentration. It's like a special specific type of concentration for whatever, blitz or classical. Ruslan Bear. The way I'm berserking against this guy, he's pretty quick and tricky. Usually he goes way too far, creating a lot of weaknesses. But now we're seeing his old safe approach. All right. This is the new Ruslan. Oh my god, it's Mamajarov, and Hikaru has played this too. It's a tempo down Benoni. But he takes is so lame. I was hoping for bishop e3 there. This is like Mamajarov Gelfand. Oh no. One of those exchange sacks? How many times have I had this? I just want to thank Ronald 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 McDonald, no. Ronald the International Master for playing that against me years ago. Ron Burnett, the Tennessee IM, for using this against me. The idea, a very strong exchange sacrifice. Check. Check, king d2. Knight f2. Check, king d2, knight f2. Where does this queen go? Check, king d2, knight f2. It's interesting, isn't it? No, there's a problem with it. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Check, king d2, knight f2, knight f3, and I'm screwed. So I can check king d2. I just have to take. There's nothing fancy. But anyway, I have queen h4 check. There's nothing you can do about it. Queen e4. Give me a tempo. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Now, for the most important move of the game, he's used noticeably Only 14 seconds for the whole game. This guy is 1700. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this is really weird. Wait, his queen is trapped. Oh no. Oh no. It's not trapped. Doesn't matter. All right, this is best. 17 seconds for the whole game. Dr. Chip Chance, I'm glad you could play. So, we have compensation for the exchange. But don't be stupid. His best move here is h4, clearly. I would definitely play h4 with white. I hope he doesn't play h4. Alright, he didn't play it. Shit. Yeah, if bishop f5, he sacks back the exchange. So I have to play f5. And I have full compensation for the sacrifice exchange. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. Velimirovich would be proud. Now what? A6 maybe? Let's just stop knight b5. First order of business. We stop this. Dude, you're just giving me the exchange back. Wow. Okay. That's one way to do it. Fine by me. Now I'm just up a pawn. Yeah. He doesn't do in-depth thought. Yeah, Velimirovich looking down or up. I didn't know him personally, which way he went, but this is a totally Velimirovich type position. Two bishops breaking the board. It's over. Deep thoughts. Yeah, white has deep thoughts. Rook f3 was a deep thought. I mean, I'm having fun. I don't mean to make fun of you guys, but it's part of the stream, and I hope you don't take it personally if I make jokes and whatnot. But Velociraptor. Velociraptor. Velimirovich. Velimirovich. Or Velomirovich. It's Vela or Velo? Velomirovich. Velimirovich? Velimirovich. Velimir. Yeah, Velimir must be like a kind of rare Serbian name. Velimir. Kind of similar to like Vladimir. Velimir. Yeah, makes sense. Son of Velimir. Can I have another pawn, please? Velimirovich. The son of Velimir. Mr. Slow sharing those Velimirovich games with us for the analysis stream last year. Very helpful stuff. This is a shit show. Two bishops, queenside majority, no king safety, game over. Next, please. But the one thing about this game that I wonder, did Ruslan Bear realize his rook was hanging when he played? Seriously, I don't know. And if I had to bet, I would say he didn't see his rook was hanging. You're like up the exchange, but you're suffering. But then you play rook f3. I feel like he just blundered rook f3. Like he forgot the square was guarded. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. It's just a minor problem. Watch out for entrance. Is the entrance guarded? Wow. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Okay. Well, I was mostly worried about, like, queen g5. Two bishops. Outside pawn majority? Oof. You're not going anywhere, Wendy. With queen c1? Oh, this is murder. Not fun. Yeah, that's a little annoying. That is a little annoying. So I have to do bishop d3. I don't like that. You're a bad person. I have to trade my bishop off. You are a bad hombre, senor. Mad Knight was going to do bad things. Queen g5 and knight h5 check and whatever. All I need to do is advance my pawn like one more square and it's over. And it's escorted all the way through security. Speed pass. Check. No. Nope. Not gonna cut it. We gotta stay ahead of Redusa. He's not playing. I could have just pushed a3. I guess if this was a puzzle, I don't know. Would it matter? No. Can't be a puzzle. We're to 22. Oh no. Redusa's tied with us. He snuck in a game and I wasn't looking. 8 minutes left. Is anyone still playing? Ruslan Bear? That's our game. Nobody's still playing. Are you serious? My Xbox just came on? What the fuck? Fuck you, Windows. Trip Chance gone. Everyone's gone. That was better. Thank you. Chess is love. Redusa. Ruslan Bear. Haruku is gone. Sun Prism is gone. Everyone's paused. Might be the end. We have to cut this tournament down to 2 hours. Move E11. Played one game. Don't overdo it. Remember not to overdo it. Eel even. I like how Drown the Clown. Oh, I'm playing Redusa himself. Okay. Himself. It's just us. Heads up. There's usually a G6 type thing. He does. No, it's a Slav. Slav Grunfeld, King's Indian hybrid. I can't believe Jernvlad just dominated. Where did he get all those points from? And then he like even sat out half the tournament. Anonymous player, welcome back. How do you win this sitting out half the tournament, only playing like what? For an hour. It's crazy. Somebody once played pawn takes pawn here against me. Mostly people play pawn takes pawn, but I don't really like pawn takes pawn. It makes me wonder about Black's whole move order. But how good is e5? That's the problem. Now it's more or less standard. Can you play e5 and sacrifice your pawn on e5? e5 takes. Knight takes e5? I don't think so. How does that work? I'm going to take this. Ah. That's okay, though. I don't mind that. It's like, okay, my queen on e2. A little bit weird. You tried to get Mantis to play. Busy being mad about American healthcare. Oh, God. I have this friend. Well, actually, a guy from who was on the stream at one point. He has to get like a GoFundMe to pay for, just having to like go to the hospital for, even just an ambulance if you don't have healthcare. I don't know what his deal is though. Yeah, I don't understand if you don't have healthcare, then um an ambulance costs like a lot. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. It's like thousands of dollars to pay for getting taken to the hospital in an ambulance. What kind of world do we live in that should be? It's so sick, man. It's totally wrong. When my mom had to go to the hospital in an ambulance, the insurance companies try to charge like thousands and thousands of dollars for like a 2-mile ambulance run. It's so sick, dude. That's the problem with American healthcare. The insurance companies are just massively scamming. Not just the insurance companies, hospitals, the whole system is built on scamming people out of as much money as they can. It shouldn't work like that, you know? It's really sad. Vast majority of, well, a lot of Americans don't even have health insurance. Not like, okay, there's not problems everywhere. Like Hungary has a lot of issues. But at least, if you need to go to the hospital by ambulance, you don't owe like thousands of dollars. That's criminal. It's literally criminal. I mean, it should be criminal. The weather in Budapest very hot. I walked home last night. Not last night. Was it last night? It was last night. I walked home last night in the middle of the night. Well, like 1 a.m. I had to walk like a kilometer um, at like 1 a.m. and it was like I thought I was gonna die and have a heart attack. I thought, oh, it'll be nice and cool. It's the middle of the night. It's like 1 a.m. It'll be nice and cool. It'll be pleasant to take a walk. Like 2 weeks ago, it was pleasant to take a walk. I was like noting how pleasant it was. Literally 2 weeks ago, this walk was very pleasant. Last night, I took the same walk, and it was like I thought I was gonna die. It was like, oh my God, I'm like sweating buckets. You'd think like it would get a little bit cooler by the evening, but it was literally still like 30 degrees Celsius. I'm like, oh man, I had no water. Like, why did I do this? No night bus on the street where I live. There's no night bus after like 12, so I had to walk. I know, it's not even like today's the first day of July. Yesterday was technically June still. Yeah, all sorts of records are falling. But he says sea water temperatures are like the highest they've ever been. And they're causing all kinds of problems. It's like El Nino. Can I have for draw in 22 moves? That's not enough, right? We're allowed to draw? Wow. I thought we had to hit the 30 move rule or something. What's the deal with that? I offered to draw in 22 moves. Isn't there like a 30 move rule or something? I just thought 6 seconds left before the tournament ends. Why not for a draw? I'm slightly better, but not a lot. Slightly better, right? That's only in Swiss's, the 30 move rule? Okay. That's weird. But there's a certain number of points where it doesn't count or something toward the score. Anyway, the game was over the time limit, so that way we got 2 more points. But it doesn't really matter. Jernvlad's still untouchable with a perfect score. Orange King racking up 27 points. I had 24 tied with Redusa, but I won on tiebreak. The mysterious tiebreak system. Yeah, I just got a Pirosh warning, a red warning for weather. On my computer, it literally just popped up. Maybe because Microsoft heard me talking about the climate or something. Mr. Coffee, how are you, buddy? All right, guys. I am starving. It's time to get dinner. And stay cool. So next stream tomorrow night. Congratulations to Jernflad. I don't know if this is the first time he's won one of these, but he hasn't been here much. And then Orange King is new. I'm in third, Reduce fourth. Thanks everybody for playing. Mr. Coffee, thanks for showing up. Anonymous player, everyone, thanks for your subscriptions. And Thursday night analysis stream. Don't forget to send in your games. Exactly. Submit your games if you're a subscriber, and we'll analyze tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.